Here's my thrifting friends. Welcome back to my channel where we're into all things treasure hunting, decorating our homes with beautiful things, and reselling if you do that too, but just treasure hunting mostly, having fun, doing home stuff. So today is senior day. I am at my neighborhood Goodwill. Did I make you dizzy? And today it's senior day. So our senior discount here, oops. I locked her. All right, our senior discount here is 25% off. So I'm super excited for that. That actually makes a really big difference because this Goodwill is a really low priced Goodwill. They do not overprice their stuff, which is totally awesome. So yeah, let's head on in. Manifesting really nice things, looking for some vintage Christmas for myself, maybe some modern things from the store, who knows. But anyway, let's head on in and see what we can find. This is the Goodwill that has the bulk linens, and boy, did I take advantage of that. I hunted through all those bins and got this. I am so excited that I found so many beautiful vintage and modern pieces, and it was totally worth the dig. All right, this caught my eye immediately when I went over to the hard goods. It's bright colors and it was nice and heavy, $1.99. It reminds me of Fitz and Floyd. It is. It's a 1996 piece from Fitz and Floyd. It's an Easter piece. That's okay. I'm going to grab this and be super grateful. I am a sucker for anything printed enamel for the kitchen. I just find it to be so charming and so pretty. I really love this teapot. I have a lot already, so I don't need this. It's very 90s looking, but it's so pretty with the irises, but the handle was really destroyed on it, so I left it, but it was so charming. I really did enjoy it. Looking through the lamps to see if I can find anything. Pretty much just small lamps sell in my store, so yeah, I was looking at this ginger jar lamp. I really loved it, but it had no shade, so I did leave it. I'm not picking up any more big brass lamps anymore. I noticed those are not selling anymore. And the trend seems to have shifted into much smaller, tiny lamps, but they have to have a shade. So I am just strictly looking for little small lamps that have shades. This little pottery one caught my eye, but again, without a shade, it just doesn't sell. These big, beautiful porcelain lamps, they had a metal base. They were so pretty. I really thought they were gorgeous. I don't have a market for them, but they were very pretty. All right, I'm over at the mugs. I'm on the hunt for a Christmas mug. I love this mug from Maine, though. I absolutely love Maine. Haven't been for a few years. Last time I went was with my folks. We rented a beach house. We had so much fun. I didn't have my YouTube channel then, so I should have. I wish I had. But that's okay. We're moving forward. And yeah, I'm looking for, I have high hopes for a vintage Christmas mug. I don't know, but I think I did end up finding something I liked. I think that's going to be in my haul. So we shall see. But yeah, oh wow, this blue one caught my eye. For a second there, I thought it was cool, but then I saw Foxwoods and oh yeah, there's the logo, Foxwoods. I got to be really careful looking at mugs if I'm going to. I just bought one that had a name on it and I didn't realize it. So that was hilarious. All right. I am searching high and low for a Christmas mug that I might enjoy. All right. Well, I'll probably give up for now, but maybe I'll come back and take a closer look. We'll see. All right. Off to the China area. This lusterware, I think it's Fire King. Yeah, this is a Fire King piece. They can be collectible, but you have to have entire sets of it to be really collectible. So if you're out looking and you're a reseller, yeah, you need a whole set of it. This was beautiful. Speaking of whole sets, I wish they had the whole set of this. Wow, they had kind of a high price on this, $6.99. I don't know. That seems very high. For this Goodwill, this is a very cheap Goodwill. This is my neighborhood Goodwill. It's a very small one. It's not big. And their prices are really, really low. So, well, that was a tag sale price. I'm sure it's not 25 cents there, but yeah, they tend to have very reasonable prices or bulk pricing. Oh, wow, this was beautiful. I love the original artwork on that piece. That is gorgeous. Yeah, I don't recognize the back stamp on those, but this is really beautiful. What a gorgeous back stamp. I think this might be, is this, I don't know if that was made in Japan. I'm not sure. I'll have to look that one up, but that's a very pretty pattern. Very European. I love teapots like this. Now, this obviously is made in China, but that's okay for something like this because it is basically an Asian teapot, so it gives it authenticity, actually. That's a really pretty studio piece. No name, but it was very small, so I did leave it. Oh, I have enough oil cruettes. I don't need any more, but I always love looking at them. But this is what I was trying to get at. Yes. Yep, that's what I thought. This looked like Francoma to me. And yeah, that's a really pretty set. Unfortunately, they didn't have the dinner plates or anything else that went with it. It's just these small bread plates. But if you collect Francoma or you're a reseller of Francoma, it's a very popular kind of arts and crafts, mid-century modern type of pottery maker, and a lot of people collect these if you're into that look. It's definitely not my look, but I definitely know a lot of people who do collect it, and I have sold it in my store, but I did leave those. This is another really beautiful, what looks to me like a nice MCM piece. And yeah, it's definitely from the 60s or 70s. It's a Jeanette piece. And very resellable. If you have an MCM booth, this is exactly what people look for. And at $2.99, there's a lot of room in there to make some money, but I don't deal with that. This also looked very MCM, but I think it's missing. Oh, look at that Longenberger pottery. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. It's obviously missing the tray that went with it, and the center dip piece is missing. So it's just got the chip part, no dip. All right, this is obviously another older piece. You know, it's got the USA stamp on it, USA pottery, but I don't really do well with brown pieces. I never sell them, so I left it. It's just not a thing. It's really hard. I don't know how that, was so popular, I guess in the 70s, but you can't sell it today for anything. This looked old, but it's not. But it looked older. It's not that old. But it was a very pretty delicate. Now this, I love this Tiffany blue color. That is beautiful. That's a really beautiful color. It's just stunning. I really love that color. Here's an old piece of ironstone, but again, it's just one piece. So it looks like it might be Johnson Brothers. I don't know. No, it's not, but it is made in England. I can always tell the made in England pieces. What a beautiful piece. Obviously, it was a singleton. What a shame. Who wouldn't love to have an entire set of that beautiful pattern? Yeah, I was looking through, hoping to find a gem, a treasure, but really I'm just, oh, more Christmas stuff. These are not Lenox, but they are from Japan. So I have picked up other pieces like this. I'm looking for, yeah, a big platter to add to my tablescape, a big Christmas platter, but I already found the vintage pieces that I wanted. I just wanted to show you everything here is 99 cents. So this very small Goodwill is a little treasure trove, and they have not raised their prices either. Everything is just, if it's got a slash on it, it's 99 cents. Wow, this is beautiful. Franciscan. Oh my goodness. Wow, this one's made in England as well. Oh, who wouldn't love to have a whole set of beautiful yellow roses? But good luck getting that slasher mark off. I mean, if you can sometimes get it off, but not always. Oh, here's more of that redware. This one is a different back stamp, though. This is not the same as the other one. You can tell because the red is a little different as well. But this one looks like it might be the same. These are very deep colored red. Yeah, just bits and bobs, though. No matching pieces at all. Oh, yeah, buffalo china. So I think this is what you call restaurant wear. A lot of dealers work with restaurant wear. I have definitely seen it in booths a lot. It's not my taste, but it's definitely got a lot of resale value. So, that's the platter I'm looking for. Something like that to add to my Christmas table. Oh, God. I hate it when I have to move around these big stacks of china. I don't know where to put them. Eek. Okay. Oh, this lady was helping me. Isn't that amazing? This shopper next to me. She was so sweet. She's like, let me give you a hand. I'm like, bless you, dear. Bless you. Thank you. All right, this is a fine china piece. I'm going to consider this. I'm going to consider it. The only thing I don't like about it is that the red, I wanted it to be a darker red. I know I'm being very specific, but I have a vision. All right, we're not giving up they had a lot. They had restocked and they had a lot. This definitely looks older. Oh, it's got a chip in it. It's got a crack. That right there, my finger's on it. Yep. Ah, that's too bad. I didn't even look to see what the back stamp was because that crack was an automatic no. All right, this plate was so cool. So unusual. I'm pretty sure it's food safe. It was $2.99. I didn't recognize that back stamp either. I couldn't even make that out. It was very blurry. But what a beautiful pattern. I would be tempted to look this up and see what is going on with that because it was so different and so unique. I really loved it. All right, I have a lot of amber glasses, so I don't need any more, but it was nice to see those out for sale. I do pack away my amber glass. I use it as seasonal decor for the fall, so I'm getting ready to do that now. I'm going to be clearing off my autumn tablescape and setting up my Christmas one, but I'm always on the hunt just to add to pieces. Of course, I love the carnival glass, the best, the marigold carnival glass for that color for the season, of course. But I'm looking also if they have any, drink glass sets. This is a cute one, but they only had one. And I'm always on the hunt for that. Of course, I'm always looking for any silver that might get by. It's not a thing. You can't find it anymore. Back in the day, I used to find silver, literally sterling silver, out on the shelves, but that was about 7 years ago. All right, this is an oldie but goodie. Who had one of these? I did. I'm old enough. I'm 60. I had one of these. Oh, sure. Oh, it's empty. They took out all the contacts. Smart. But yeah, I had one of these. I think it's hilarious. All right, I was thinking about this because I know it sounds silly, but I'm like, I make an egg sandwich for my husband every morning. And I was thinking, wouldn't it be sweet if I made a heart one? He wouldn't even notice. He'd be eating the sandwich and have no idea that there's a heart-shaped egg inside his sandwich. So I did leave it, but I thought it was cute. I was thinking about it. I'm like, this would be interesting for little heart egg sandwiches that nobody would see. All right. I did not know what this was. It was $1.99. But what's really funny is that as soon as I put it down, the lady that was shopping next to me, this was a different lady, she picked it up and put it in her cart. So then I instantly thought, oh, did I miss out on something? But I don't think I did. She grabbed it. As soon as I stepped to the side, she just yoinks, took it, put it in her cart. That's cool. Hey, listen. I think that's totally cool. Yeah, so this is a shelf where they put all their, like, the smallest. Oh, this Franciscan plate is missing its little bunch. I put it back with all the others. Wow, this was ornate. $3.99, made in Japan. Wow, that's very Bridgerton, very extra. If you need a candelabra. So as I've said in a couple videos past, this is the season to pick up Easter decor, not broken Easter decor like this is. But yeah, I always buy like 2 seasons ahead because you get the best selection. Nobody wants it. A lot of the Goodwills, put it out anyway. They don't store stuff by season. They throw everything out. So yeah, if you do sell seasonal decor, as I do in my consignment store, I always look 2 holidays ahead. So I'm looking right now for Easter because I don't really sell too much St. Patrick's Day or Valentine's Day. It's not really a thing. So I do not sell that. But Easter is definitely, spring and Easter is definitely decor that people look for on discount. So I definitely do sell that. I could not figure out what this was. I'm thinking it's just a stand, like something fancy, like a stand for this little vessel. But I don't know for sure. It was an unusual thing. I had never seen anything like it before. All right, I'm over at their Christmas decor area. They had it all sectioned in a different spot. And they keep it up year round, by the way. They have this rack over in the corner that's always got Christmas on it. So it's just extra full this time of year. All right, I'm still hopeful I can find the mug that I am looking for. So that's why I started looking over there. Well, these plates are cute. Oh, Nantucket. There's the Christmas tree shops again. Boy, do we miss them. But yeah, and I'm looking for collectibles. So I'm looking for Lennox and Spode. I know those are tall orders and they're very highly collectible, but I have still found Lennox and Spode just on the racks, sitting there minding its own business, and I have grabbed it for sure. So I always look, and snow babies, See, I think somebody wrote that on there. I was going to grab that, but this Alaska in the red is definitely, I feel, not part of the original thing. So snow babies, I have definitely sold those. I have had people consign entire collections of them. That and Anna Lee dolls. I have definitely sold those. I've done really well with those. They're collectible and they're popular. All right, I'm over in the frames to see if there's anything good over here. That looked like it was going to be good, but when I picked it up, it actually was extremely light and inferior quality, so I did put it back. And I'm looking here for metal frames. Oh, there's a Light of the World. I have that already. This one has damage on it, and it was a very light, it wasn't a good quality piece. I think the one I have is from the 1940s. It's a lovely piece. But I saw the frame on that, but unfortunately the picture was not in good condition. This is really cute. It's like a little simple cross stitch, but I did leave it. It was a little too bright, I guess, for what I thought I could sell, so I did leave it. But again, yeah, I'm looking for like metal frames, very ornate frames. Every time I pick up a really beautiful ornate frame, I always sell it right away, whether it's silver tone or gold tone. I do equally well with those, but everything here seemed to be wood all. That reminds me kind of Mina. Boy, if I could get Mina to pose with a rose in her mouth, I would die. It would be so cute. Okay, this did catch my eye because it is a signed piece. I did look it up. I did not end up getting it. I just thought the subject matter was a little too specific. It's like an angel in the woods, something like that. It is a very beautiful piece, though. It's a very, very, very beautiful print, but I did leave it. All right, this was very faded. It's a popular print, though. I've seen it time and time again, but I always look behind the bigger pictures because sometimes there's some gems that are just behind very big pieces and you might miss out. Okay, this caught my eye. How charming is this? This picture of a little girl trying to reach up to a door knocker. And this was awesome quality. Very, very heavy solid wood. I loved just a little bit of gold around it. Beautiful. All right, this was a watercolor. I really debated. It is original art. And that's what I specialize in. I love to actually have original art, but the color, I think the bird is beautiful, but I don't care for the green. It is professionally mounted. It's signed by the artist, 2014. I didn't care for the green. So if that background had been some other more neutral color, but that green was just too much. Wow, this is a very cool bench. Very reasonable price, $5.99. It was heavy. It was really well made. This would be lovely outside of our greenhouse with like a bunch of flowers. Can you just picture red geraniums all potted up on this? I can. I think it would look really beautiful as a summer piece. Okay, I'm at the checkout and this was on a cart ready to go out. It was $49.99. I'm like, what in the rusty busty antique is this? And I'm like, oh my God. I mean, is this one of these old radios or something? I have no idea. I think it's a radio. Wow, at $50, that's a lot. And it doesn't look like it's in any kind of working condition in whatsoever, but I did zoom in on this plate and I think it is a radio. Yeah, Fada radio. I guess it's worth looking up to see what they're worth, but in that condition, I wouldn't imagine much, but it was at the checkout. So just hanging out on the cart and I just had to capture it. All right, I am done shopping. So let's get my stuff home and show you what I got. Okay, I bought a piece of artwork. It dropped out of my hands. Okay, let's not get hit by a car. Anyway, yeah, so I found some artwork. I found a ton of linens. So this Goodwill is totally known for its linens. and I showed you the big bin. You got to go hunting through it, but I totally found a bunch of beautiful, beautiful table linens. So yeah, back at the car. Let me just put all this back in the car, and whew, I'm out of breath. This Goodwill also doesn't let you take the push cart out to your car, so you gotta lug it all out there, which is good. That's okay, it's my exercise. All right, let me get this in the car and get home and show you everything I got. Well, hello thrifting friends. I am back with my haul from the Goodwill in Chicopee. So as I showed on the footage, like I said, every thrift store has like their pluses and minuses. In this Goodwill, specifically where I go, linens. It's all about the linens. You can find beautiful linens in there for dirt cheap, but you have to hunt through these really big wire bins. By the way, do you like my Christmas couch behind me? I decorated just my couch, a little bit on my mantle. I do it little by little. So yeah, I decorated. I'm going to show you some footage right after this first of how my couch looks without me in it and Mina in it. But yeah, we decorated our couch. But anyway, I have lots of linens, one Fitz and Floyd piece, which I'm super thrilled about, and a couple other vintage pieces and just some nice glass. So let's get into it. All right, so honestly, I don't know the best way to show you all these linens other than just kind of holding them up. But somebody must have donated a huge amount of these really vintage, frilly pieces. I'm totally using this on my Christmas table. I love that. And this one as well. I might just overlay them like that, because I have a really long, like, rectangular table. So I think if I just overlaid them lengthwise, I think that these are gonna really work. I think they're beautiful. They look like big snowflakes. I absolutely love them. They're gonna look really nice with my milk glass, because I've told you guys already, I'm gonna use milk glass. Now, I'll tell you which ones I'm gonna be selling in my store. So this one I'm gonna be bringing into my store. It's a runner, and it's, a lot of this stuff was like this cutout kind of stuff, but it's a runner and it looks like that. So very vintage. I think this is really beautiful. I love this vintage look. It's kind of like that European, Swedish kind of look to me. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't call out something specific, but it looks very European to me. This kind of lace and this kind of artwork on there. So that I'm gonna put over here because I'm gonna bring that to the store. This one I think I'm going to keep because I absolutely love the florals. It's another runner. And I just think it looks really vintage, like an Easter. I think this would be a really beautiful Easter runner to have on my table. So I think I'm going to put this one aside for myself and save it for Easter. At least hold on to it, because you never know. This one is so beautiful. Again, it looks so European to me. It's a really big tablecloth, but it has this really beautiful, like, kind of roses design. This actually kind of looks like my branding kind of design, if I'm being honest. When you look at my transition, pages from section to section in my videos, I have this like kind of floral, and I love this like cabbage roses floral. This is a really big thing for me. I absolutely love these colors. I love it just to be red and orangey roses and deep green. So I might have to save this tablecloth for myself. It is a really big, long, rectangular tablecloth. So it's definitely big enough to fit my table. So I think I'm going to put it in my maybe pile for now. I don't know. We'll see. All right, so the next piece I have to show you is definitely a holiday tablecloth. It looks very Lenox inspired to me. It's very beautiful. It has that exact pattern that you see on Lenox pieces if you do collect the Lenox holiday pieces. So this is a nice big rectangular tablecloth as well, but I am going to bring it into the store for selling. I'm not keeping it because I don't have Lenox, but I think if someone has Lenox type holiday dishes, I think they would love to pick this up. So we're going to bring that into the store. Look at little Miss Mina behind me here. And this white, oh, this is so gorgeous. I love this. This you could put on your table, or you could maybe put it on like a dresser or something too. This is really pretty. I am going to bring this in to sell, but I do love it very much. I think that this is very shabby chic, very beautiful. I don't know how much, if a lot of you out there follow Rachel Ashwell, I think that's how you say her name. I saw recently that I do follow her, her website, that she's pausing her website for a while. She's not going to be selling anything for a while. So if you love Rachel Ashwell Shabby Chic and you like to buy it directly from the Shabby Chic website, now's the time to get it, because I guess they're going to shut down in December. I love her look. I have her books too. I think it's beautiful. Although I do gravitate towards darker colors, I totally appreciate the Shabby Chic look. But anyway, I'm going to bring that one into the store. And then another one of these white ones. This one is a runner, so I'm definitely going to keep this and try to use it on my Christmas table. Yeah, so this is like a runner. So I think I can use the other two round pieces and then maybe this on top, but it's going to be a white dream with all my milk glass, and then I've got some Christmas pieces to put on it and some cranberry glass. Oh, I cannot wait to do my Christmas tablescape. All right, and then the last two pieces I got was just this dish towel for me. Now this is my jam. This is definitely a color palette and a dark, whimsical, rich floral that I love. It's kind of very Anthropology looking. This is the brand on it, and it's definitely a dish towel because it's got the hang. Yeah, it's got the hang tag on it that you put on your, that you can hang it up with. But I love this color. I love this dish towel. I'm going to put this right in my kitchen, so I am keeping that. That's my keep pile. All right, and then the last linen that I got was this vintage pillow. I think this is super sweet. I love this with the little rosettes on it. Super grandma core. This is so sweet. I absolutely love this. I had something similar to this on my own bed when I was growing up. I think my mother crocheted it for me. I don't have a lot of stuff left from my mom making stuff, but I do have a little purse that she made me. I love the thing. It's a black crochet purse with a drawstring top, and it's got a little butterfly on it that she did. I love it. I cherish the thing, but I wish I had more stuff like that, but who knows what happened to all of it. You know what I mean? So anyway, but this reminded me of when I was growing up. So I grabbed this for, I am going to sell it in the store. It's pink on the back, but I just thought it was so nostalgic and super sweet. All right, let's get into the hard goods that I got. Of course, I got super lucky and I found a piece of milk glass. It was $4. They mark their milk glass extremely reasonable. Actually, all their glass is marked really reasonable. This is not a marked piece though, unfortunately, but it's, I don't know, it probably is Westmoreland, who knows, but I absolutely love it. It's my favorite kind with the open lattice work all around the edge, which is something that I find really, really, really pretty. They look like little hearts. If you look close, they kind of look like hearts. So I'm going to find a way to use this. Again, I just love milk glass so much, as you guys know. So anyway, I got this. This is one piece of glass. And then I got super lucky and I saw this and I'm like, I don't know, this looks better quality. I wonder if, could it be, is it, yes, it's Fitz and Floyd. I love this. Yeah, it says Fitz and Floyd right on it. So I grabbed it. It was $1.99. So I am going to I don't know if I'm going to keep this or sell it in the store. I don't have a lot of Easter decor that I put out, and I think this would be a really sweet piece. You know, they're so much nicer than, I love vintage. I love vintage pieces for holiday decorating, but it's not exactly my colorway, but it's just so pretty and so whimsical. I might have a think on it to see if I'm going to keep this or sell this, but for sure it's a great investment either way. I know I can totally make my money back on it if I decide to sell it. So yeah, I think this is super cool. What a great find for $1.99, a really pretty Easter Fitz and Floyd piece. All right, and now for some holiday pieces that I picked up. I did pick up this silly little mug. It's like a little gingerbread. Now, I love gingerbread cookies. They are my favorite kind of Christmas treat is gingerbread cookies. So that's why this appealed to me. It just looked like a big, I don't know, like cake or something. It's just, I don't know. It just really appealed to me. It's super cute. So this is going to be my Christmas mug this year. So I grabbed that. And then I grabbed some cranberry glass. I got lucky. They had $3.99 on this. Now, it's probably not old. I'm not going to kid myself. I'm trying to catch it in the light. I'm not going to kid myself and act like this might be old. I don't know. I'll look it up online to see if I can find anything similar to it. That's what the bottom looks like. Yeah, if I find anything, I'll stick it over here. But I thought it was so pretty. I'm thinking I'm going to put a little LED candle in here because I think once there's a candle in here that it's going to glow so beautifully. So I might even put like a tea light candle that, you know, you light as well. But I have both. I have LED and I have just regular wax little tiny tins. So I grabbed this because I'm obsessed with cranberry glass. Obsessed for Christmas. I have to have that. I also grabbed these two dishes. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to be able to use them in my decor. If not, I'll bring them in. They were $1.99 each. I don't know if they're collectible. Whatever I find, I'll leave up over here. But yeah, I grabbed them right off the shelf. They were $1.99 each. And I'm not quite sure if I can use them in my Christmas display. I do love them. I think they're really, really pretty. And I love this color green too. This is like a Christmassy green in my opinion. But either way, I know I can get my money back if I decide to sell them. And they're like a match set. And they just sort of look like a leaf, like a very pretty leaf. Yeah, they just look like a swirly leaf. Very pretty. I really like these. So I thought that was a really good deal. And I grabbed this angel. He was $1.99 as well. I don't know. I just think he's going to look really good on my mantle, or I could tuck him into the bookcase. He looks like he should be holding something, but maybe I could find a tiny little Christmas ornament, like a tiny little circle, some kind of little Christmas ornament that I could stick right in his hands. I think that would look adorable on my mantle. All right, so the last piece of Christmas I picked up is this really pretty holly planter. I'm going to switch it out with the brass one that I have. I'm looking right at it on my mantle. I have a brass planter and I'm going to switch it out with this one for Christmas. Now this isn't really that big of a deal. It's just a made in Thailand FTD piece. It's probably from the 90s though. You know, it's not super brand new. They don't put arrangements and stuff like that, stuff like this anymore. I can guarantee you. But anyway, yeah, so I'm going to put this on my mantle. I'm going to put a faux plant that I have. I mean, a Christmas tree would look perfect in it, but I don't have any small Christmas trees. I really don't, like I told you, I've whittled down my stuff. I really don't save too much anymore. I just put out maybe even some fresh holly because this is obviously water worthy. It's from FTD. So maybe I'll just put a fresh, maybe I'll cut some pine and some holly. I have a huge holly bush on the side of my house. Maybe I'll just put some fresh holly in it instead of a fake plant. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think it's going to look great. right, so as you guessed it, the last group of stuff that I picked up is artwork. Yes. So I have been on the hunt for a wintertime, not so much Christmassy, but a wintertime landscape that I can put. I usually lean it up. I'll show you where I'm going to put this. I usually lean it up on the bottom of my TV stand. I don't hang it. I usually lean it up. If I have some smaller pieces, I'll put them stacked together. Like in the summer, I think I've showed you how I put all my clipper ship artwork. I just stack it up, but this is a really substantial piece. This was $5. I love it. $5. I'm like, yes. And yeah, it's called The Village by May C. Young. It's marked on the back. She signed it right down here, the artist. So this is an actual original canvas. This is an original piece of artwork. Looks like it's probably an oil to me. I think that's an oil. I don't think it's acrylic. I think it's an oil. And the frame, I love this frame. It's a really heavy wood. It's distressed. It's very similar to the flooring. It literally almost matches the flooring that I have here in my big great room. And I love the very subtle gold insert here, and then just the matting right here. That's like a linen. It's spectacular. I cannot believe this was only $5, and I absolutely love it. It's freezing here today in New England. It's November 11th and it's like 30 degrees outside and the wind is howling. It's incredible how cold it is. We actually got our chimney cleaned yesterday. So we hadn't had it done in a year or two, and we do definitely burn a lot. We have a fireplace insert and it heats the house really, really well. We use what's called bio bricks. We can show you guys what we use. We don't burn, well, we do burn some wood, but we also burn bio bricks. It's really energy efficient. But anyway, back to the thrifting and the artwork. I picked up these two things. They are so cool. They are so, I don't know. You guys tell me, don't you think that these are, okay, I'm trying not to get the glare of the window. All right, let me hold him and her. Okay, there we go. That's a good representation of them without the glare of the window. Are these not the most sweetest? They're like semi, maybe not creepy, but they're unusual, right? They're sweet, but sort of creepy, but sort of very sweet. I don't know. I can't tell. I think they're amazing. Let me give you a close-up of his little face. They are sweet. All right, they're not creepy. And for a quick second, when I first saw them, I was like, ooh, I don't know, maybe. But then I'm like, oh no, yes, definitely. So these are definitely old. And it looks like I only paid $3. That looks like a tag sale or an estate sale, $10 mark there. So that's the original marking, but they're definitely old. And the other one has the same, says Edward Gross Company, New York. Yep. And I guess they have names. Her name is Ursula. And his name is Fritz. That is so cool. So his name is Fritz and her name is Ursula. So I think Fritz and Ursula are going to stay with me because they are so unusual and so cool that I'm going to style these and they're going to look amazing. I think they are a really unusual pair. I'm not giving them up, and they were only $3 a piece. So I love them. I think they're really cool. All right, and then the last piece of artwork I got is, again, such a sweet little piece. It's this little girl kind of reaching up to try to open this like cottagey door. I just loved it. She's trying to knock on the door. She has like a basket of goodies and she's trying to knock on. I just loved it. I don't know why. It was just so whimsical and sweet and pretty. This one was $3.99. And it comes in a really gorgeous frame. This frame is a nice hardwood frame. So again, just the kind of artwork I love to collect for myself and I'd love to sell in my store. It's not super old. I mean, it's got some age to it. That's the back stamp on it. It's probably from the 80s, I'd say, something like that. Yeah, it's probably but it's a very cottagecore piece. If you're into that kind of look, it just has that instant sweetness to it. This really sweet cottagecore look. I don't know. I thought it was really sweet. I'm sure someone's going to find it very appealing and pick it up right away. So what we've decided to do is utilize our time and get out the trusty Polish heritage cookery. If you guys don't know, John is Polish. And this is a book. I don't know. Where did you get this book? Where did you inherit this?
I can't even remember.
Oh, you've had it for a really long time. So he's had it for most of his adult life that he can remember. So we have decided to, oops, wrong one. We have decided to make some pierogies today. I don't know if you guys know what pierogies are or if you like pierogies. They're basically these dough-filled, delicious little treats. You can make them with meat. You can make them with cabbage. A lot of recipes call for like sometimes fruits, but you can make them with a variety of different fillings. I think we're going to do cabbage today, and we're going to use, it's called, of course, this really appeals to me. It's called the luxury pierogi dough. So we're going to use that recipe. And I don't know where in here the recipe for the cabbage is, but probably just by memory, you're probably doing it. Yeah. All right. So he knows it by heart. So, but I definitely need the recipe for the dough. But I've made a lot of doughs, so it's not. I know that pierogies can feel intimidating, but they're actually really easy to make. They're not intimidating at all. And what we're going to do is we're going to boil them today. But then we're going to wrap them up and put them aside, and we're going to have them for Thanksgiving. So that's what we're bringing to Thanksgiving dinner, is going to be the cabbage pierogies that we're making today. So let's get started and make some pierogies. All right, so you need to get the cabbage prepared and fried, and then we'll do the dough secondary. So you definitely want to make your filling first. And if you guys are noticing, this cabbage looks a little different than just your regular cabbage. So what kind of cabbage are you using?
Savoy.
All right, so we're using a Savoy cabbage. And the reason why?
Finer, more delicate leaves.
So you want your filling to be easy, easy to bite into and this and that. If you can see that in the Savoy cabbage, the leaves are a lot more thinner. And if you use regular cabbage, it's kind of like a much lighter color and it's really heavier. So if you make stuffed cabbage, galumpkies, that's another recipe, and you don't use Savoy cabbage, you have to cut like this vein off of most of the leaves if you use regular cabbage to make galumpki. So just a little tip. Savoy cabbage makes your filling a lot softer and it cooks faster. So it looks like you're going to fry this up with a little olive oil and a little butter. Anything else you're going to add to that?
That is it.
That's it? No
Plenty.
salt? Nothing? Little salt, pepper.
Oh, there's salt in the butter.
Oh, all right.
It's just cabbage.
Just cabbage.
And that's the whole thing. Is my father's favorite pierogi is cabbage pierogi.
Yep.
And you can never buy it. It's kind of like when I grow plants. I grow plants that I can't buy.
Yep.
If you try and buy cabbage pierogi, they're going to sell you sauerkraut pierogi.
This is true. They do fill it with sauerkraut, not just plain cabbage. And boy, he's going to get Savoy cabbage on top of that. It's going to be super amazing.
And you're going to cook like Paula Deen, and you're not going to be shy about the butter because you want to fry it up, and then you want to let this cool in the refrigerator before you use it as a filling.
Okay.
And the oil and the butter are going to be like a binder to hold all the little pieces together.
Yep. All right. Well, let's saute this up, and then I'll work on the dough after that. All right. So this is the dough recipe that I'm going to be using. I don't know if you can screenshot it or not, but it's going to say here, prepare dough using 2 1/4 to 2½ cups flour, 2 egg yolks, tablespoon soft or melted butter, some salt, and 1/2 cup of water. It says, for easier sealing, add 1 whole small egg and reduce the amount of water to increase flour slightly to get a nice workable dough. Okay, I'm not quite sure what that means, but I'm just going to follow the 2 1/4 to 2½ cup flour, 2 egg yolk, and the tablespoon soft melted butter, and the 1/2 cup water. I'm going to get that stuff.
I vote we use the whole egg version.
The whole egg version?
I haven't made pierogi in a while, so we'll use the beginner version.
It says add 1 whole small egg and reduce the amount of...
It's going to make it...
The amount of water. Okay, so we'll do that. So it's going to be 3 eggs, basically.
It's going to make it so that when you pinch your pierogis, that the edges stay sealed.
Okay, all right. So we're going to, I got outvoted. We're going to do the extra egg. Better safe than sorry. We want these to turn out nice because we're making them for a holiday. So, all right, let me get all my ingredients together for the pierogi dough.
So when everything's cooked down as much as you would like it, we just added 1 more tablespoon of butter to the pan, because as you saw earlier, this is our only seasoning. And we're just going to mix that in really well, and then put all this into the refrigerator so that we can set up and be a cooperative filling for our pierogies.
You notice he's got just a little bit of brown on there, not a lot, like just the very littlest bit of browning, caramelization, as you say.
Yep. As soon as it got a little bit brown, we added a little bit of water to the hot pan, stirred it up, then you turn the heat off, throw in your butter.
All right.
And then we're just going to put this in the refrigerator.
He's putting it in this beautiful Polish pottery bowl, keeping it real, authentic. It's going to be a nice filling. I think your dad's going to really enjoy these, but let me not put the cart before the horse here. Let's just get these made correctly. But
made.
I know, but already I'm just dreaming about how nice they're going to be. I love pierogis.
I think if we can just get a good dozen and a half to 2 dozen
We'll be good.
coming out right, then we'll be set for the holiday.
Perfect. All right, so you're going to put that in the fridge,
Yep.
and I am now going to work on this dough. All right, so I've already put the 2 1/4 cups flour. I did the low end. In case I need more, I can always add it. And I'm just going to sift that. I'm using a trusty vintage sifter. You guys have seen me use this before. I love this thing. I use it a lot. It's just like that. And then I have a, it's like a stoneware bowl. I love this bowl. All right, so I'm just going to make a well in the middle of all this flour. And I'm going to add this is melted butter. My hands are really clean, by the way, so we're going to add that. I did take my rings off this time. I forgot to take my rings off and I was making the egg noodles. I had quite the mess to clean up. All right, so this is 2 egg yolks and 1 full egg per the luxury dough recipe. So we have that, and then we have some water, which we're just going to put a little in there to start. And yeah, let's put this together. I do have water coming up to a boil here. I've got a little bit in the pan, and then I'm using a kettle. You can probably hear it behind me bubbling up. I'm going to put a little pinch of salt in there. Okay, maybe a little more. There we go. So this should come together fairly easily. And you don't want to overwork it. It's a super gentle, this isn't the kind of dough that you want to knead. You just want it to come together very gently. It's definitely coming together real easy. A little bit more. Actually, I'm going to put the water in the egg bowl. There's a little bit of egg at the bottom there, just to get the rest of that egg out. Go ahead and put that in there. Don't want to waste anything. All right, that's simple, you guys. See how simple it is, and it's the best thing ever. Very easy dough to do. All right, there you go. That's what we're going to make our pierogies with. So I'm going to put it out on the rolling board and I'm going to roll it out. All right, John's back and we're ready to roll the dough out. So we're going to cut this in half and just do like 1/2 at a time so that we don't overdo it. Now, I got the water started. I don't know if you want to keep going with that, babe, so that we could have the water started. But I just kept it on low. I'm not doing too much with it. right, we have finished 2 dozen pierogies. These are the cabbage pierogies. We just finished them. They came out, at least in dough form. We're happy with them. Get some close up there of those beautiful pierogis. All right, but the time has come to actually cook them. So here it goes.
Let's hope they survive.
Let's hope they survive. So yeah, so we just have salted water, and it's like a boil. It's a good boil, but you don't want it to be like, you know, incinerator boiling. You just want a gentle, bubbly boil. And they're not going to take long to cook. They only take maybe like 3 or 4 minutes, right, hon? Something like that. Maybe 5.
I've always thought right around 5. The cookbook that we used for the dough said 10.
Ooh, okay.
Basically like pasta.
Yeah. Okay, all right, so look at that. So he's going to do them in small batches because he likes to give them plenty of room to swim.
Well, if you want them to come back up to a boil again.
Yep, so we got swimming pierogies. So yeah, we're going to cook these, and then we're going to, he's putting them directly into a strainer. And then from the strainer, we're going to put them into on a platter so they can cool down. And then from the platter, we're going to put them in a glass dish with a cover.
And from there, we're going to put them in a freezer. And then from there, we're going to bring them to your mom's house.
Yes.
And from there, we're going to feed them to our family.
Yes. That's the whole chain of custody that these pierogis are going to experience. All right. All right, we'll check back with you. If we're going to have to really show restraint, though, not to actually try them. But because we have exactly 2 dozen, we can't. We don't want to do that. We're going to actually just put them all for Thanksgiving and just not be tempted by trying them. All right, so this is our last batch that we're taking out of the water. We have done all of these and we started packing them in there. So, oh boy, that's Mina. She's tired of us cooking. She would like us to play with her. Oh, Miss Mina. Oh, we'll play with you soon. We'll play with you real soon. All right, we'll play with you real soon. So we add a little bit of oil right when you take them out because they will definitely stick together if you don't do that. Now, just so you know, when we bring these over for Thanksgiving, we are going to pan fry them as well. So that's kind of a finishing touch on pierogis if you want to saute them in butter before you serve them. You can bake them too. Sometimes people just kind of bake them lightly, I guess. But I like them sauteed with butter. A lot of people will also do some onions as well, and maybe like, I don't want to say bacon, but like pork, kind of like chopped up pork fat. That's really traditional. All right, you guys, well, we're going to go now, but thank you for spending some time with us making pierogis. We did get exactly 2 dozen. That's what we're going to bring with us to Thanksgiving. So let me flip you around and show you. And then on Thanksgiving Day, we are definitely going to show you how we saute them. So keep all this, put a pin in it, and then we'll circle back to you and show you how to finish them off. But for now, we're going to put them in the refrigerator, or are we going to put them in the freezer? Freezer, I think, right?
We're going to freeze them, but I just also wanted to say, you could tell by looking at the water, we had 1 or 2 of them bust open. But
not bad.
Don't let that stop you from doing it.
Yeah, do it.
Don't let better stand in the way of good.
Yes.
It's a good thing to do for your family.
Yes.
And it's something nice as a treat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially for the holidays.
Especially for the holidays. Yeah, it's lovely. So I'll flip you around. You can see our finished product and give it a try yourself. All right, well, that is everything that I had for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed shopping with me at my little local Goodwill. You know, I pop in there at least once a week, and I love to show you guys the stuff I find. I almost always end up with a really good haul, so that's amazing. And I hope you enjoyed watching John and I make pierogies. I think that was a lot of fun. It was a spontaneous thing. He had the day off from work, and he's like, let's make some pierogies for Thanksgiving. And I'm like, absolutely, let's. So funny thing is we have some dough left over, so I'm actually waiting for John to come home. It's in the afternoon now, the next day. And we're going to use our leftover dough to make some really fun sugar cookies. We're going to show you guys that too. So if you see me wearing this again in the next video, it's really just because this is the same day and I'm waiting for him to come home, and we're going to make little sugar cookies with our leftover pierogi dough. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed everything. Subscribe if you want to know when I upload my videos. I'm so grateful for my channel growing. I'm grateful for you guys as viewers. And thank you everybody that messaged me directly or left a message on my last video about my dad and his surgery. He's continuing to do well. Yeah, he had a bone spur type thing done, and now he's feeling a lot better. Of course, it's still painful where they did the surgery, but he's feeling a lot of relief in that radiating, pain that was stopping him from walking properly. So I'm so grateful. Oh God, I'm so grateful. So he's doing a lot better. Everybody's doing really good. And again, thank you everybody who contacted me and sent me well wishes and get well wishes. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I know it makes a really big difference. And give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed my video, and I will see you guys again real soon. Happy thrifting until then. Now she's awake. Oh, all right. Ooh, big stretch, big stretch. All right, we'll go play now. Yeah.